Tony Barrett, big Tony Barrett. Greenpeace has got to be after you, Tony, or the ozone layer you're messing up. Running up down the country talking shite. Anyway, here we are, people. This is my version, this is my opinion of Tony Barrett. So Tony Barrett, yeah, when he said he was ruthless and relentless towards the helping of Decca Heggie, he was. I'll give him that. And it was only because I read a bit in the court paperwork where the judge basically, in his words, said he was sick. Okay? And he didn't have the coping skills or the capacity in the brain to realise the trouble that he was causing. Judge's words. But when Tony said he was relentless, what he means by that was he was contacting people like Geraldine. He's contacting girlfriends of, let's say, said people in Carlisle, whose names is quite big, with the whole lot of this carry on. Okay. Now, last night, Big Tony, the big man Tony, put up a child abuse video. It was a bit taken out of film. And I've woke up this morning to nothing but messages. It was directed at me. However, I've never been in a care home, so I don't know what it's like to be sexually abused and raped in a care home. But I have woken up to a lot of people who's been triggered to fuck with Big Tony, the bully. So basically, mate, this is what you are, right? And this is what I don't like about you, and this is why I've chased you. It's because you're like a classroom bully who comes in and just flicking everybody's pencils and stealing everybody's rubbers, and everybody's scared to say something to you. But while I'm saying something to you, chase your tail. Because, and this is to you, Paddy, right? I believe Tony's a plant. He's planted in there to get information from you. Okay? I really believe that. And if anybody thinking that I'm working with Decca Heggie, right, trust me in that. That ain't happening, and it never will be, because at the end of the day, I'm not driving about wanting to speak to victims who's going to fuck everything up. The girls are begging you not to speak to them, because at the end of the day, all you've got to do is fuck anything up. Because right now, the way it's looking, Tony keeps doing this, and he can go and slag him all he wants, right? That's quite funny. I'm not stopping his fun. But what I'm saying is he's contacting, it was only the other day there, he was contacting, asking for a bird's number. A bird's number who wasn't agreeing with him. That's what we're dealing with here. Somebody that's contacting girls and bullying them. And as for going and making statements about Decca Heggie in regards to Donna, it's because you, potato, don't listen. You're a potato. You don't listen. You'd need more eyes than a fucking seed potato to keep an eye on you right enough, but you're a potato. You don't listen. I've never made any statements regarding, but you can't say the same, can you? How many people have you phoned the police on? Remember? I can prove it. How many times have you been contacting the police? I mean, the last time, I'll not mention the travelling families' names, two big travelling families. Tony was boasting to us, trying to put the fear into us. And Dan and Becky, who you stayed with last night, I don't think they know half of it, Tony, do they? But Tony was boasting of helping another travelling family put lorries through houses. I've got friends who's associated to the travelling family who's meant to have had lorries put through houses where Tony was concerned. And they've never heard of him. Nonetheless, it's still there. He still said it, and the damage is done. So, Tony, You remember, see when we say we've got a file sitting on the size of Decca, we've also got one on you because we know you'd pop your ugly head back at some point, yeah? Setting up accounts and fucking coming in and trying to stir shit with us. I know what you've been doing. We've just given you enough rope to hang yourself with. So here you are. Yes, I asked him nicely to show his because what's happening, right, at the forefront of it, if you look in, if anybody's looking in, you've got Tony the bully running about there, just fucking anybody that disagrees with him. Listen, come out day. You can't do fuck all to me. You know that, dick. Anyway, sorry for the language, folks, but it is what it is. He's a potato. He's a potato. I mean, was it no last week? I think you were in Paddy's fridge when we went to the toilet. Potato. You in Paddy's fridge? Was it a cupboard you were in? Did Paddy go to the toilet? Absolute potato. But anyway, Paddy, yeah, I'm going to say Tony's a plant. And he's been sent in to ruin every case going regarding Dickie Higgy. Honestly. And you say, listen, I'm going to show you what I do in the videos, Tony. Paddy, watch what I do in this video, right? So, see when you say, watch what I do, right? Because I can do things.
I can do what I want, right? Within reason, I'll keep it legal. Yeah. But the man in the roof down in Scarborough tells a different story regarding Anthony. Anthony. We get inundated with birds from York who said Anthony bullied them into getting stuff out of club books and all the rest of it. Nothing confirmed, but you know what? I'm going to be looking into that now. We're getting back to the beginning, because if you have been sent in, Tony, to ruin every case that might be there for Dickie Higgy, because that's what it's looking like, isn't it? Anybody looking in, think about it. Think about it. Child protection, you claim. Listen, Paul Ellis, by the time today is finished, Paul Ellis and these guys, any decent guy out there who's against child rape and all that stuff, will have fuck all to do with you. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. The amount of women you've triggered last night, putting that fucking video clip of a young boy getting raped, gang raped, at a child's home. Big mistake, Tony. And yes, I am barred. I'm banned for my April's Fool joke yesterday, but I'm banned. I get a 7-day ban. I'm appealing it. So, might be a good time to start this. I'm appealing it, and I'll probably not get it. But Tony can put up a child being raped, alright, being part of a film, but it doesn't matter. It's horrific. Tony can put that up. Bear in mind, we've got guys here fighting cases up and down this country, and women, obviously, girls, who was sexually abused under the care home system.
And we've got Tony there, still making live videos this morning. What does that tell you guys? Copper's pencil, Tony. Remember the day, Tony, you said to me as well? You remember when I said, when it comes to nonsense and paedophiles, I will stand beside anybody in court pointing at them. Right? And what did you say, Tony? Go and call me a liar. I dare you to call me a liar. Tony says, this is his words, Tony says, yeah, there's no rules in them. I mean, but at the end of the day, unless it's serious armed robbery or something, what does that tell you, Tony? So you want to be the 80-page acro man, do what you want, aye? But when it comes to serious armed robbery, it's alright to give statements. Why is that? It's alright, unless it's serious armed robberies or something where you're getting news made a cunt of. That was your words, wasn't it? So what does that tell me, Tony? I'll tell you what, remember the family, fuck's that? Remember the family, the big travelling family, who's fucking very, very powerful travelling family. Remember when you were boasting about and putting lorries through their houses? Well, anybody want the name of that travelling family, who's never heard of this fucking idiot, by the way, because at the time, a couple of people did ask that travelling family. But, yeah, he boasted to thousands and thousands of people. He also helped Decca get the page taken down on Facebook, didn't you, Tony? What about all the messages he sent to Sammy Lee, Tony? You remember them? What about Rachel? When you were meant to be meeting Danny in a gym for a fucking fight? What about Rachel? Rachel, sending messages to Rachel. Remember, Tony, aye? Yeah, the girl's in the house, a young single mother in the house herself. You're meant to be meeting somebody in a gym for a fucking fight. We know you winged that as well, didn't you? So listen, you should have kept my missus' name out your mouth, because this is just the start of it. Go back and jump in bed with Decca, okay? Paddy, the guy's a plant. He's... Imagine guys getting, ask yourself why. Ask yourself why. Why does he want to speak to these victims and why? You know once that's out there, right? You know once that the victims, you know they can never stand in court. Well, they can't. You know the chances of it, ever getting a conviction. I'm not going to stand for anybody kind of bullying themselves. I couldn't care less. Listen, the most dangerous guy in the country hates bullies. Trust me on that. They don't have anything to do with them. In jail, they can't wait. They get dusted. The bullies get beat all the time. Trust me on that one. And I'm not using him as a firing and that, but I ain't going to say he's a plant. He's planted there to get info. If he can sneak into a guy's fridge when he's away to the toilet, what else is he sneaking into? I'll leave that with you. But anyway, that's my opinion on Tony. To get info at you. Okay, trust me on that.